Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the Urban Network Podcast. I'm Hewitt Pagenstecker, founder of Amygdala Media, and our next networking event is October 22nd. It's a free networking event, and if you want to sign up, go to urbannetwork.biz. Rose Concept will be hosting. Our guest today is a special guest. He's a co-organizer of the Urban Network events, but he's also, and more importantly, the founder of Amygdala Media. Jason Weitz, thanks for coming on the podcast today. How are you doing?
Hey man, good. I'm good. Thanks for having me. I think, calling me a co-organizer is pretty generous with how much work you and Melody have done compared to me, but I'll take it just the same.
Well, we appreciate the informative videos you made so far, and you've been like a long time member of the community. I believe we actually met, I think it was February 2019 at an Urban Network event. I had just founded Amygdala Media, and it was my first time introducing it to people. And you came up to me right after, introduced yourself, said that, hey, I owned Left Mind Media. We both had pretty cool media agencies with brain names. Let's get to know each other. So I'm going to dive into it. Left Mind Media, it's a really cool name. What does it mean to you?
Well, Left Mind Media comes from the notion that, your left brain is more actually analytical. A lot of people think it's the creative side, but the right brain is supposed to be the creative side. And that, I always kind of laugh because that theory has kind of been disproven. It's like not really a thing, but it's still like in our, vernacular or whatever it is. That's my word my wife would use, vernacular. So it's basically the notion that I'm here to serve businesses first and to, stroke my creative ego last. So I'm here to make videos that actually work, serve a purpose, serve a function, and help grow your business rather than just look pretty. So that's the idea behind the name Left Mind Media.
Yeah, that's an important thing to be aware of. The fact that every video has an objective, and that needs to be the main focus, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a lot of companies are just putting out like social videos, which are okay and they kind of serve a purpose, but I like every single individual video I make to have a purpose. So that's kind of what I'm driving towards.
What kinds of video do you find yourself most often creating?
Sure. I would say that it really varies, like by, client, because I interview my clients before I even pitch them a video. So I don't even know what I'm going to pitch you when I meet with you. I'm going to find out what you're going to need. But I would say 9 times out of 10, the first video I wind up doing for a client winds up being a video business card, which is, I hate to describe it this way. It's sort of like an About Us video, but it does so much more than that. And it's so much more sales psychology minded than that it's like on a whole nother level.
Yeah, I've seen several of your creative or of your business cards, your video business cards, and they're pretty spectacular.
Thanks.
I've seen all your example work at leftmindmedia.com. Pretty amazing. What do you think goes into creating a good video? Or I guess I should say, like, what do you think are like the key elements of a quality video?
So there's a lot to can answer that question. That question can have a long answer if you want it to. There is so much that can go into a video, and there's so much I'm learning all the time about what goes into a good video. But I think if you're going to boil it down, the important thing is that you bear in mind what the purpose of the video is, as we already talked about, who's going to be watching it, and where they're going to be consuming it. Because where they're going to be consuming it dictates whether you're shooting horizontal or vertical. It dictates how long you can spend. Depending on where your relationship with them is at that point in the funnel process, depends on how long it can be, what quality it needs to be, all those things. So that's really important. Who's consuming it is obviously very important, because if I'm advertising to 6-year-old boys a toy, like that's one thing. And if I'm advertising to 40-year-olds, $100 bottle of alcohol, that's a completely different video. Those are going to be completely different. And then, as we said, every video should have a purpose. Every single video needs to have something behind it that's driving it forward, and that needs to be clear throughout the video.
Definitely. Yeah, I really like how you emphasize the importance of, knowing where it's going to be placed, where people are going to be seeing it, because it's so important when thinking about the dimensions and the frame of the video. I was looking at your website, and I saw that you listed your process on your website, and you kind of boiled it down to 3 steps. They were discover, expand, and hardwire. Can you break down and explain those steps for us?
Yeah, so it's funny that you bring this up, because I don't really like productize those particular steps or anything. So, discover, what were they again? Discover,
expand,
that's what it is.
And then hardwire.
And hardwire, right? So, but it is really the process that I follow. So discover is probably the most important part, and that's the part where I sit down and actually listen to you as a business owner and discuss what kind of needs you have. A lot of videographers these days, it's unfortunate, they're artists, they're not business people. And so you sit down with them and they'll ask you, what do you want? They'll say, what kind of video can I make for you? Whereas, you sit down with me and I say, well, what are your sales numbers? What are your conversion rates? What are your, what different avenues can we have that you're spending a lot of time in, that we can duplicate you as a business owner? That I like to say the video is the closest thing we have to legal human cloning. So, and those are the type of questions that I listen for. And then I will tell you what kind of video you need, which you may not like, because you may think you need a particular kind of video, and you may be right. A lot of the time you're right, but they may need something else completely at that stage in their business. You just don't know. So that's where we listen to you. The expansion is kind of coming up with the concepts and the strategies and turning that into a video. So that, expansion kind of encompasses the full range of services from conception at that point. After I'm done listening to you, I'll conceive of a plan, and then we'll turn it into a video. So it's really about, and that video process is really about taking an experience and condensing it and also upgrading it for the viewer. So for instance, with a video business card, we take the idea of, meeting a business or meeting a business owner, and we turn it into a little 2-minute piece, but it's also upgraded for them because they're going to get the experience that they met with you for like an hour within that 2 minutes. So it really expands on that notion. And then hardwiring is just integrating it into your business. Like for a video business card, I have a huge packet that I'll go through with you at the end, just to make sure we have all the integration pieces correct. Because the video that you make, you can't make a video for a purpose and then not implement it. Like that is completely useless and a waste of time and a waste of effort. But if you actually implement the videos, if you actually hardwire them into your business, then they become invaluable. For instance, again, I'll use a video business card as another example. We tell people, I tell 9 out of 10 of my clients, you should not have a meeting unless someone has seen your video business card first. Like you don't want to meet with someone who hasn't seen your video business card, because that video business card is going to answer so many questions they have about you. It's like not even funny. So it would be a waste of your time to create this video business card and then not use it in this way. So in that way, it's hardwired into their business, because from then on, no one's going to meet with them unless they've seen their video business card. So that's kind of the approach we take, is we want to listen to you, make the video, and then we want to actually implement it in your business.
And I really, I agree with what you say in terms of, like, you can't just be an artist. You can't just be like, bringing the business owner's vision to fruition. If you have a videographer that's not challenging you at all, or just a contractor in general that's just a total yes man, that's probably a red flag. You want as marketers, as videographers, as people that serve other businesses, we need to challenge business owners and definitely,
Oh yeah.
be experts and know and like kind of lead the process. And
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, and you mentioned hardwiring, having an implementation plan. My Media not only creates powerful videos for businesses, but you help place them in certain places, and you also help increase exposure through digital advertising. Can you
Yeah.
please talk about how you combine those services?
Yeah, so this is a new kind of a new venture for us. I've been thinking about like if I want to rename myself like Left Mind Marketing or something, but really every company that ends in marketing is primarily a web developer. So I'm thinking of sticking with media. But I have seen such a gap in the videos I create. Like a lot of times companies hire me to create a video for them to make more sales, right? That's usually what businesses want. It's like more sales, more leads, do all this stuff. So I can create those videos, but then all the time there's another marketing company that I didn't know about and they didn't know about me. And it just becomes a clash of ideals and heads. And it's just such a nightmare that I've decided just to kind of take that person out of the equation. And I'm just covering all the ground there is myself. So I've started implementing these video ads into Facebook, and you can use them for Google ads too. The Google ads are more direct. Someone's searching for you, they click the link and then they see your landing page with a video. But what I've started doing is creating this system called the client power plant, which is basically the notion that you need video ads, because those are like your starting point is going to be video ads. So that's the first thing anyone's going to, assuming they're cold prospects, that's the first thing anyone's going to see of your business. So you need to have great video ads. So I've been studying like tons and tons and tons about video ads. I've got a catalog of all kinds of ads that work fantastic. So I've been having a lot of fun with those. Then after that, they have a landing page, and that landing page also is video centric. It has a video on it because 72% of website visitors prefer video to text. So that's a huge amount of people to not pander to, right? So if you're going to bother to have a landing page, you might as well have a video on it. And then a third is actually running the ads for you. That's kind of the third part of it. So there's a whole bunch that goes into that, but it's a new, like I said, it's a new venture for us, but it's one I'm expanding on. I'm happy to say I've brought on a couple more team members to help me out with that, and they have they have like lots of experience. So they've been handling millions of dollars in ads in the past year, and it's which is very impressive and very thankful to have them on my team. But it's a lot of fun. It's really cool to be able to directly see your video's results, because oftentimes you don't see the results of video. Video is one of those really intangible things when it comes to results. But doing this advertising, like I can say, all right, you gave me $1 in advertising and I gave you $3 back, think something like that.
Yeah, you show the ROI.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's important. Yeah, I've definitely been in that situation where I've created videos and I've been working with another advertiser, and that disconnect doesn't allow for an efficient process. You have it all under one roof. You could really learn from each impression. So
Yeah.
that's really great that you're expanding and investing so much into that knowledge, because that's going to bring your business even farther than it's already gone.
Yeah.
So my next question,
it's exciting.
Yeah. So my next question is for the business owners that are listening. You've been in business for a while, and I know that you create video series sometimes, but a lot of your videos are video business cards and sometimes these one-off projects. So you need to find a way to, get to consistently be getting new clients and meeting new people. I'm curious, what have been the best methods for you as a business owner to raise awareness of your business and to meet new prospects and obtain new clients?
Sure. Well, I mean, obviously, I've had this business for 3.5 years, or something like that. And so for me, being a newer business, a lot of it has been networking. So going to things like BNI, the local chamber of commerce, and also, of course, Urban Network have been groundbreaking for me and just a great way to build. I would say my advice to anyone new in business is to immediately join your chamber of commerce, and I promise you'll get work out of it. It may take a while, but I promise you'll get work out of it. Anyone else who's been in business a little while, you still want to do these networking things, whether it's a hard networking like BNI or more of a soft like Urban Network. I've always met someone good at Urban Network. Like every single time I go, I met someone good, so which is really cool. And that's honestly, that's what keeps me coming back. But the other thing on the other side of it, apart from networking, the thing that's worked for me lately has been ads. I'm a big believer in drinking your own Kool-Aid. And so there's no point in me saying I can make video ads for you if I can't make video ads for me. So I'm making my own video. I have my own video business card on my site. I have my own video ads running, and those ads have actually brought in a good amount of revenue too. So those are I'm continuing to expand on those and bring new ones to the marketplace and things like that. But yeah, those two things have been the best for me. Meeting people, planting seeds, honestly, is part of, it's been part of networking, is like planting seeds that are going to grow out over years. And then the last thing is just advertising.
Definitely. I think that's a great combination for anyone to experiment with, video, advertising, and networking. Those in-person connections can be invaluable. I've like met people, there's professionals I've met years ago who I'm just starting to work with. And that's like the seeds that you plant, like you were discussing. So I think that's definitely excellent advice. So you already have an awesome business. You're doing great things, creating a very valuable service for your clients. I'm wondering, where do you go from here? Like, where would you like to see Left Mind Media in 5 years?
Ooh, that's a good question. So from here, here's where I'm aiming right now, and that's to basically become like the discount Harmon Brothers. If you don't know who the Harmon Brothers are, those are the guys responsible for the Squatty Potty ads with the pooping unicorn. They also did like Lumi and Purple Mattress and a bunch of others, and they kind of do that the thing with like the spokesperson, talks and is maybe a character or something like that. And I love the Harmon Brothers. I love how their company is set up, and I love just how much fun it seems they have. So that's what I want to do, is have fun. So what I'm looking for right now is some people who want to make funny content, because the fact is, like, humor sells. I mean, we didn't even talk about this yet, but humor sells like gangbusters. I mean, when was the last time you saw a funny ad for like a plumber or something like that? It's like, there's so much potential there to enjoy your work and to enjoy the product, but then also to boost sales. Like, I guarantee, if a plumber came to me and we made a funny ad and they had the budget to put it out there as an advertisement, he would see just a boon of business, because people are going to relate to that and respond to that. People are going to, the other thing is, if you make a funny ad, that's your best chance of going viral. I will never, ever, 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 ever guarantee virality of a video, because there are so many factors that play into that. But the fact is, people share funny stuff more than they share anything else, like by a mile. So if your ad's funny, you have a much, much higher chance of going viral. If you go viral, it's game over. Like, you're just going to be flooded with business. So it might, one of the things I have to ask businesses is, like, are you ready for that in case it happens? Like, are you prepared to scale if you need to scale? Because some of these videos are super powerful, and they have the potential to just drive a company out of business if they can't keep up.
Well, that's a good problem to have and a better problem to be prepared for if you're a business
Right.
owner about to call Left Mind Media. Jason, speaking of calling Left Mind Media, how can people get a hold of you?
Well, the preferred way is for people to go to my website. That way you can see my video business card, all my work samples, and then you can schedule an appointment with me for a call down below. Another way is if you kind of want to get started, there's an offer that I'm having right now, which is to create an ETA or explainer testimonial ad. And it's a really simple ad when you see it. Like, you're probably going to be underwhelmed when you see the examples, but it's really powerful. It's worked like crazy. And for one of my clients, in particular, in fact, I think I have his Facebook statistics pulled up. He has sold, let's see, 24 of his 39 purchases on Facebook have been with the ETA. So it's a ridiculously simple but super powerful ad, and I'm offering it now for $2.99, which is, I guarantee you, the cheapest video you're going to get out of me. So if you want to do that one, you can go to etaoffer.leftmindmedia.com. Otherwise, just check out leftmindmedia.com, and that's where you'll see my video business card and can explore some of my samples and schedule a call with me.
Excellent. Well, Jason, thank you for coming on the podcast today. That was all the questions I had prepared. But I hope to have you on again soon, and I look forward to seeing you October 22nd at the next free virtual urban networking event.
Yeah. Cool.
Right? Learn more about the Urban Network podcast and our events at urbannetwork.biz. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And Jason, I'll talk to you soon.
All right. See you, man.